All right. Thank you for your patience, Internet. We are back. With us is SideQuestsLive. Pew, pew, pew. Pew. All right. We're going to get started in just a few seconds, but thank you for joining us. We are SideQuestsLive, and we do lots of stuff, mostly role-playing games. I do some video games on the side as well, but we do Spotify, Podbean, iTunes, iHeartRadio, all that, any place you get your podcasts. Shout out to California, because you're kicking it in the dick. Anyway, just throwing down the gauntlet out there. Just saying. Well done. Nice job. All right. So you can also catch us live on Fridays. You can catch us live on Friday evenings on Twitch and YouTube. And that's enough out of me. Let's go meet the table. Hey, table.
Hi, table.
Hello, table.
We talked to the table.
Game Master Devin. I will be doing some Wanderversing with you all tonight.
I am Nulius Fox, and I will be playing MacPack EQ.
I'm Francois, and I will be playing Philip Hopper, the Face Hippo.
And I think that's it. Like, half the rest of the party isn't here right now. So,
yeah, we've got
let's hope we don't die horribly.
Our Marshmallow Peeps cycling through the replicator. Vanessa is off doing... Well, we just won't ask what Warp Drive Willie and Vanessa are doing.
Did we even
where's
meet
Dante?
Warp Drive Willie?
Let's not ask.
Yeah, I think he's always just been kind of like there, but without being...
He shows up like...
That's where they
Warp Drive
went.
Willie shows up like the guy on the couch. Where
Yeah, we're like,
you wanna,
I thought he was your
slap
friend.
him up and offer him something, and he'll come out and give you some sage advice. That's about it.
Yeah, you're just like, what should we do? Do it. Anyway, sorry, I'll step away from the soundboard. I'm not. That's a horrible lie. Horrible
That's
lie.
your thing, man. That's
It
your
is.
thing.
I think that's my favorite part about not being the DM right now is, yeah, I can babysit the tag and we can make sure that the audio is mixed in just the right way. But really, I just want to play around with the soundboard and be like,
Well, if you say terrible lie, you could use a soundbite from the Nine Inch Nails song, literally called "Terrible Lie."
I mean, there you go. That'd be great. I should go find that.
You can edit
Damn
this out and just pretend it never happened.
You
and
keep
just
throwing
on
down the
going.
gauntlet.
Anyway, so last game, y'all were very nearly blown into the sky consistently for like an hour, and only by miracles and lucks of the dice were you able to get away from Knotwood Moon with a stolen Galactic Alliance short-range fighter, as well as the recently unfrozen Emperor, whom has informed you that for the last 15 years he's been trapped in a semi-conscious state, where all he's been able to see of the world around him is the Alliance delivered propaganda videos, which you all know that's like the thing that people watch every day. And since you have taken over on the Fruit Bat, you've been seeing that these propaganda videos are false. The Emperor presented in the videos is actually the real Emperor's brother in an AI-created disguise. So, Emperor Riku Roseheart, who in the fight spent his time rallying the soulless refugees, keeping their spirits high, making sure that they kept the ship in as good as repair as possible, while the rest of the crew focused on doing the fighting and doing the not getting blown out of the air.
Excellent.
When last we were here, you had miraculously been able to knock the enemy ship, the Boomslang, out of atmosphere and then warp away.
We got the heck out of Dodge.
You did. You made your way spaceward. You knew Tucker has told you of a couple of other like safe havens where you can go for like a limited amount of refuge. Tucker appreciates all the things that you are doing for Knotwood and for the Solus people, and he's willing to let you know of people whom either owe him favors or are known to be good people. And I use good in air quotes in that you are not likely to be immediately thrown to the Galactic Alliance troops. Probably. But you also still have to be on your best behavior.
Well, that's going to be a problem. Whom should we leave at home for this?
Hey, why did you guys look at Tom when you said that?
You know, your ability to infer the subtlety is quite impressive.
I took a pip at Guile while we were warping.
I'm in danger.
All right, so
That works, bravo.
So you are heading to a small space station that is far enough away from Knotwood that it is not likely to have any immediate contact. You need to find a place where you can hole up for a bit, where you can give the fruit bat some repairs. So you're heading to this small space station that has been nicknamed the Blue-Tongued Skink.
Oh, that's a great name.
It is a large, large for a small space station. It's not like a huge, like sprawling 10,000 people station. It's more like a 500 or 600 people. It's on a geocentric orbit with a hunk of asteroid where they get most of their like mining materials and some water from like some water frozen inside the asteroid. And it got its name because there is a long elevator shaft from the station to the asteroid that's made out of blue cobalt. So it looks like a lizard head that's sticking its tongue out and stabbing into an asteroid down below.
MacPack wonders why reading it with Tom, their pheromones and hormones seem to increase and then decrease by the end of the description.
Well, I mean, I had a lot of dreams while I was in cryosleep, and honest to God, I think I dreamt this, guys. That's not a good sign. Last time I had a dream, well, let's just say, it involved somebody that I later realized was named Red Bill. And a certain amount of whiskey from the replicator and some regrets.
And Red Bill is like standing right behind you. He's like, Listen, mate, that would never, ever happen. And then he winks one of his flower eyes.
I'm pretty sure it did happen.
My acoustic
I lose track
sensors of it.
sometime, though.
Oh, who hit me?
So I would like to just to clarify, we dropped off the extremely trackable GA fighter in like deep space, right?
Did you?
I think we did.
As far as I know, you
warped,
could still.
stopped, detached, recorded the
No.
coordinates, and then warped again.
Yes, that is very true.
And like we'll
we
try to
did
power
do-
it down and
we
like
did do
make
that.
sure there's no black box or anything if we can.
It-
Oh, well, we went to a nebula, if I remember correctly, just at the end of the last game, so to like hide the signal a little bit.
Oh yeah,
It-
yeah.
It was specific, yeah. Tom is right. We did. I believe
Left
that's
it
exactly where
in the window.
MacPack dropped it off and left it with we knew exactly where it was, but we shut it down as
Check
much as
out the
possible.
big brain on bread.
There we go. Sorry. So yeah, so hopefully we're not being tracked. And so now that we're there, who's good at sensors?
Well, we are with Tucker. We did stop by Tucker's shop, so maybe we can kind of, I don't know, somebody can roll guile and maybe yell at him or cajole him somehow to being like, look, this happened. We were this. How can you make this not happen?
I thought Tucker was back on the planet.
Yeah, Tucker is back on
Oh.
Knotwood. We're at a
Oh, I
completely
thought-
different location.
That
No,
was the
we've
recap.
got,
My bad.
We've got
My apologies.
Sat.
Moving on.
What's his name? Sean? Zon. Zon?
Jean?
Jean. We've got Jean.
Yeah, Jean, Red Bill, Emperor Riku, and then 3 other people whose names are totally important and
Stutley,
are just-
Cyborg Much, Marie, Jean, and Red Bill, and Riku. I
we
wrote
go.
them down. That's right. I'm
Very
taking
nice.
notes, which you know what that means. TPK. TPK. As soon as I start paying attention.
Oh crap! We're gonna die.
Yeah. That's what I thought last time, honestly. I really thought was
We all
it.
did.
Yeah, that was. Yeesh. So,
All right.
so
All right.
you dock up to the Blue Tongue Skink, and you've gathered up all the troops. So the Emperor again comes out. It's like this was some beautiful flying, my friends. The way you pulled our asses out of the fire, fucking resplendent. I would have you in my command post anytime, any day. Handshakes all around, and he literally goes up to each of you and like gives you like, and you've heard stories of like the human gesture of handshake. Tom has had a few, but like something about this guy when he grabs your hand and like looks you in the eye and says good job, you legitimately feel that you did a good job. Like he makes you feel like you are doing good just by like him acknowledging that thing. It's magical.
Does it affect MacPack?
Well, your sensors recognize that it is a perfectly firm gesture that gives your cerebral cortex a unfamiliar yet pleasant tingle.
something red lines, but you're not sure what it was.
I'm hoping this is like from a good prime minister or president as opposed to the handshake from Starship Troopers. Like, my God, you're all heroes. Before
Right.
they got wiped out.
Phillips tried to stay stoic and say just like thanks, but you see his tail start wagging.
MacPack's
My God, I wanna
tendrils kind
house
of reach
Hippo.
out and try to figure out how to do a handshake because they've never done this before.
You just take off one hand and practice on it.
And
Yeah,
it just kind of
Wrap the
settles
thumb
for a
to the
fist
opposite
bump.
side.
You just hear this little weird archived voice come out from the 2000s or late noughties, like fist bump.
Hello.
All right, so All right, guys. Here's the deal. I've been talking with my man John here, and he's been telling us about what it's like back on Knotwood. The time for me to take the Empire back is now, but I gotta start somewhere. And you lot have already put together a crew of 300 people. So I and these guys, we're gonna head back to Knotwood, and we are gonna take the moon away from the Alliance and bring it back to the Empire.
Wait a minute.
Now,
Were we revolutionaries the whole time?
We should ask the people of Solace first whether they want to do this.
John hears that and is like, yes, we do. We have been under the thumb of a vicious regime for the entirety of some of our lives.
I mean, present company
we-
accepted.
Like, this is the whole reason that most of us were in jail on that prison ship, to be slaves for the megacorps. This is our time to throw off the yoke and pick up the rightful place of like humanity or unodity or chilledness.
Or rapidity.
And then clearly he's about to like go into like a Stalin shouting, not Stalin,
An inspirational speaker.
We few, we merit, and the Emperor is gonna put his hands on his shoulders like, of that intensity about you, Jean. There's a place for you in my cabinet.
MacPack looks to the Emperor and alters the pin shape from alters their pin head shape to basically being like a eye that's looking at them, and says, so you understand what they've heard, and you alone know what part you were responsible for and what part everyone else was responsible for. Are you aware of the difference, and are you prepared to rectify their plight?
And he looks you like right into that eye, and he's like, with every ounce of everything I stand for, the way the world is right now should not be. It is my fault that I let someone else take over, and it is my responsibility to right that wrong, to take out those that have taken power from the people. I'm going to make it my mission to do everything I can to help the people, those who are hurting, those who are downtrodden, those who don't have enough to eat, those who don't know if they can sleep at night because they might get murdered in the middle of the night. This is my vow to you. And and he looks around the room. Like, I'm not saying this to just be light. I am saying this. If you don't trust me, MacPack, please call me out on my shit. If you see me stumble, I want to hear you say, hey, you stumbled. If you see me taking a bribe or going easy on an enemy, I want you to say, hey, Riku, you're full of shit. I want to hear that from you. Because I'm doing this for everyone. For the people who are suffering, it should end.
So MacPack, that fist bump, weird, awkward tentacle, like appendage, actually extends to a solid, well-formed hand and offers it out. Fair enough.
He fucking bumps that shit. It's my vow to you, to everyone in this room. Everyone that fights is fighting for the people. Anyone that dies is a hero, and anyone that does anything to help is a fucking god.
Or solace.
Not literally, of course. No one's gonna start praying to you.
Just
And this is the reason
Your
why
Honor.
Emperor Riku is so very well beloved.
Oh yeah. Your worshipfulness. So let me
Riku,
just get this
Riku.
straight, because I'm
God.
Riku. Thank you. So I wasn't there for the first while you were. I only woke up like a year and a half ago. Deep sleep colonist. But as far as I know, people don't know that your brother is actually impersonating you. It's like we're one of the few, right? So
Exactly, they use an AI filter to disguise you as your...
So
disguise your brother as yourself.
I'm sorry, but I believe in path of least resistance is usually the best route. Should we let the people know that it was all a lie, and that all of a sudden you now pop up and there's two yous that are going to be leading to chaos and civil war amongst the allied galaxy, the GA,
Okay.
or just hear me out. Maybe we don't tell anyone, and then we just get rid of, lock up, what have you. I mean, it's family. That's between you guys. And then maybe you just kind of start doing the thing and nobody knows. And then smooth.
I have thought the same thing. But here's the issue. If we try to sneak onto the Galactic Empire's home planet and casually replace my brother with me, we will have to go through the entire galactic army to get there. While if I, on the outside, can begin finding proof that my brother has been misleading people, and we can start getting allies on our side, then instead of going through the entire galactic army to depose my brother, we're only going through a fifth of them.
MacPack is hearing both and says, moment, calculating. Suggesting subversive strategy. Rico.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm excited to die for the cause, but
no, what we need to do is let the subversion build up to a climax, to slowly build up things. The issue is the moment anyone who cares about maintaining the current status quo, if they catch wind, will immediately stop. We need to build this up as quietly as possible toward a political coup that reaches a climax. But we have to plan it.
I have a wacky idea. I don't know how we would do that.
I love wacky ideas, Phil.
But they have a program where they shoot, like, every morning a video of the Emperor. What about if one of the morning we try to hijack that signal to send a video with you?
If we
and
do
you
that,
actually send a message to create confusion in either the GA, because they won't make the difference between you and the virtual you.
but the people broadcasting the feed will recognize the hack data transmission. It's one of those things that I feel like if we were going to do it, it would it would be something that we would have to really pick it, and because we have to expect, we can hope not, but we should expect for the worst, that whatever we do, we could get away with it once, maybe more, but we could get away with it once. So,
And if we're going
we
to get
should
away
pick
with
our
it
message.
once, we better make sure we have a good message, which
So
is
subversion.
why I think while the 6 of us head back to Knotwood, if you all go to the sector where the Night Terror fleet is and get proof of what's there, that is the thing that has been foremost on the entire Way's mind for the past 15 years. This ongoing fight with the Night Terror Brigade. If we can find out what is actually there and show it to people, that will be...
Yeah.
Well, you've been there.
We need to be like a
right?
sniper in terms of delivering our message.
yes,
gonna
and then I
do it.
spent 15 years in a frozen explosion.
What did you see?
Blackness, and then it was nothing.
And also my idea was locally, just in Knotwood. This way, like, they won't be able to notice the different. They won't be asking, hey, my signal is different to another thing. So we will have to act quickly after to either wipe out the central, or so this way we create confusion first. And it's an isolated area, so it will be easier to take over that portion that is disconnected.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, when I head back to Knotwood, I'll hijack some of their signals, and that'll give the freedom fighters a chance to get some strength hold, gather some new volunteers to join up with us. We'll find out who's loyal to the Empire and who's loyal to the mega corporations.
MacPack can help with that. The recent upgrade of the skill set is devices D10, which allows for...
Nice.
And not only that, I can transpose certain things onto the probe if need be.
Okay, well, how about this? You all go
But are
off
we all
and...
for the silent plan, like building up where we opt for the, if we're gonna send the message, do it.
I still want to take
silently.
a shortcut, but I'm not going to come right out and say it. But what I'm going to say
Let's
is
go with the
I
whole
look at
thing
the
that-
other people in our crew. Is there anyone who matches Rico more or less in body size?
Oh,
Maybe
I guess me.
Yeah, you're the closest match to him. He's like a couple inches shorter and like much broader. But most of the rest of the crew are either like either not human, or the humans that are there are
Like Marie.
the cyborg much. Yeah, Marie is a chrysalid.
Oh, right. Okay. So
there's the cyborg.
My plan will not go anywhere. Which one of you will we use their body to try to convince his real brother that he's dead, and they'll come and like mourn over the body or gloat, and then the Emperor will be there and we take him out? I don't know. Is there any, and I'll actually say this out loud. Is there any, just before, is there any way we could bring out, is there any reason that the Emperor themselves, like your brother, what's your brother's name so I don't get you confused?
John.
Is there anything that would
MacPack
draw him
interrupts
out
for a
to
moment.
us? We don't.
As far as I know, he hasn't left the Citadel for the last 15 years, but I've also been inside a purple explosion for that length of time, so you'll have to ask someone who's more in his
MacPack
more in his
asks,
ear.
sorry, I think there's lag here. It feels like there's pause. I don't
Maybe.
know, but people are cutting out. So I don't mean to interrupt.
No, it's all good.
I'm wondering. I don't know if everyone can hear because like Devin's face is right now. Okay, nodding now. You're just stoic. Okay.
The video is.
But there is like a little.
Yeah.
There is a little lag on
The
my
video
end.
is-
I'll
right
do
now.
this
But-
for as long as I need to.
Okay. MacPack is asking Rico about do you know right now you've been around for a long time. You've been in cryo or in stasis for a long time. But it's I feel like it's not enough to just remove your brother because we don't know what the current state of the cabinet, the Senate, or whatever the government state that below it. You if you just cut the head off, you might think it's the head, but it's just the nose, and another thing takes over to replace it. It's not enough just to go for the source. We need
The
to
fish
do
does rot from the
subversive.
head. My thinking was first we liberate Knotwood, get ourselves a nice foothold.
Yeah, I
And
want
then
to start.
from there. Sorry, was that Philip?
I was saying I would concentrate first on getting Knotwood before seeing the bigger picture because this is the first step. I do have a good idea how to code confusion. We could say that what is the big me that we're fighting? The Dark Alliance? The
Night Terror Brigade, or the Flight of the Night Terrors.
We could say that the Night Terrors has infiltrated the Guardian Alliances. So that like we like that you're saying people of Nutwood who have been infiltrated. I'm sending this report like these are to not be trusted even amongst themselves. So it will probably cause panic in general, and then Ken would swoop in and be like, "Yeah, let's get rid of the terror."
I like it.
And MacPack turns to Rico and says, in order to do this, we will need something from you very specific. How much money do you have?
He reaches into his pockets and pulls out a billfold. I got maybe 1,100 credits.
Well, you speak well. In addition to that,
I pull up my light
we
sword.
need you to get us
You
a
mean
cloaking
I've
device.
got 1,100. Okay, never mind.
We need you to get us.
Sideline your entire
cloaking.
campaign by mugging.
Yep, I'm down for it.
We need you to get us a cloaking device.
I will do what I can. So,
So if we're going to do
What?
this, we're going to need to be able. We know that we're up against a ship that we left alive, that is cloaked and has the ability to take us out, and or still has the ability to track us. If we if we have our ship, and if we want to get off, because right now we're hoping we're repairing our ship, but if we intend to leave, we need stealth. And especially if we're trying to do this quietly, it is mandatory. We need stealth.
I am but a man. I will do what I can. That is
Speaking
my
of
You're
which,
the emperor. There's
and
this
I'm gonna
person
take-
named Tucker.
Oh, go ahead.
He might be You might be able to influence him. So maybe go talk to him and see if we survive this next round.
I
Just
would
see if you
also
can get us a cloaking
recommend
device.
when you're just out and about, before we go for the big reveal, maybe we hide who you are until we're ready. So, like,
Oh, yes.
let's keep this on, and I'll pass you the helmet of a human-style spacesuit, or a baseball cap or something.
Well, he's got his own. He was in a space suit when he was frozen, so he just put that thing back on.
Okay.
Oh, that must be
So-
uncomfortable. At least let's clean it for him as courtesy. He's been in here for a long time.
Yeah, that's true. That thing's filled with feces, like to the brim.
I was in
Go that far.
mostly suspended animation.
Yeah,
So
that's what
what
they
I'm
told me
proposing-
when I signed up for for orbit to orbit Starliner. I tell you, when I woke up, that tank was ripe.
So what I'm suggesting, phases of my plans are find proof about the Night Terrors, take over Knotwood, and then head to the leaders of each of the alien factions to get them back on our sides. Like, I know that if I can convince the queen of the
Chrysalid?
Chrysalids.
Oh, dude,
That-
you're gonna need to know her name. I learned that the hard way once. Anne Marie was not
If I can
impressed.
convince the queen of the Chrysalids to come to my side, 90% of her followers will follow me. If I can get the Wrath on my side, 100% of the Wrath will be on my side. The trick is not getting caught before then.
All right.
So,
Going too
with
fast.
that, he and the other 5 Solicins, he leaves you with 1,100 in credits. He suggests that you buy some spacesuits, because right now y'all don't have any.
I have one.
Do you?
I thought I
Yeah,
did.
yeah, actually. I expected you to keep track of your own inventory. So,
Pretty sure I had
but
my own.
I do know that you've spent above everybody like more credits than anyone else, and I believe one of those was a spacesuit. MacPack does not need one. Philip, I did not
And Philip
keep
had
track
one, but,
of Philip's. But all I kept track of Philip was that.
Oh,
Philip
maybe I
spent
didn't. I don't have it on my
145.
sheet, so I guess I don't.
Do you have your inventory?
Well,
You did
anyway,
say you did. Oh, should have tracked the purchases. My bad.
don't worry about it.
If only we had somebody who was
But-
good with spreadsheets. I mean, come on.
I feel
You
like
didn't ask me to record it.
I feel like keeping track of your own shit is the least you can do.
It's true.
RPG wise.
I'm trying to keep
Like,
track
oh,
of a
how many
lot of
guns do I
stuff.
have? I don't know.
I expect you to have your own inventory sheets, and if you say I'm buying
Gun.
this, then you say I buy
Lots
this. I
of
just keep
gun.
track of the money you spend, our current weight load. Like, if you can't manage what's in your own pockets, that's on you.
So
Tom reaches
so
into his
you,
pocket and pulls out
You do.
A
You should
bunch
pull
of
out a spacesuit
old
because I do
flatware
remember you
and
doing
fancy
that. And you
cutlery.
did spend a shitload of money.
that he stole from that gallery thing ages ago.
Oh my god.
All right, so Riku
Okay,
and the 5 recent execution
Solidiots.
escapees.
Oh right, those ones.
Yeah, they charter passage back to Knotwood. They leave you at Blue Tongue Skink with 1,100 in credits to do some shopping and get some repairs done. The ship will, like, the nanotechnology of the ship will essentially heal itself eventually of, like, the tears in the hull. But you'll still have to repair any components that are damaged, which is why spare parts are always a great thing to have in a laser battle.
All right. Any chance we could pick up some spare parts
Sure. So
or a
when
cloaking
you,
device?
when
I
you-
would save it for the cloaking device if we had to.
I think the cloaking device is like 9,000, and you currently have 2, if that.
I again reach into my pockets and pull out 3 silver spoons.
I am confirming through the chat records, because I did look for it, both of you have purchased vac suits.
There we go.
I recorded it.
I have now also.
Tom will get a vac suit, comm badge, maggots, scabbard belt. Why did you get maggots?
Mag boots.
Mag boots, but you wrote maggots, I think, or maybe my vision's
Probably
just blurry
autocorrect.
right now. And then
It's probably
and then
autocorrect.
Philip
Yeah.
said, "I want to buy an EVA suit," and then I factored it in and I updated the spreadsheet. So both of you have suits. We all are actually prepped
You're all good.
for
But
EXO.
mine got destroyed in the fight to rescue the prisoner.
You actually said, "I want to buy it," and you said, "Yes, the same suit that," and made a reference to it. Yes, the same suit that got destroyed in the prisoner rescue. You purchased it again. Timestamp.
Okay,
3:52 3:52
Both
p.m.
of
on
the
May
people who
7th.
need spacesuits have spacesuits. Whether or not, if it wasn't legit, the Emperor gave you and that much more to buy a suit, and it all works out.
I will also.
I expect you to add this to your own
the
sheet
Emperor
so I
rinse
don't
out
have to do
their
this digging
spacesuit.
again next time, because
Yeah,
I
I
missed
got
the
you.
entire narrative of what the GM said while I was
Everybody
looking to
stop
solve
everything
this.
and read your character sheets.
No, just
Line
write
by
it down
line.
now so you can.
I did.
So you remember that you have EVA suits.
I gotcha. See, I knew. I that's why I said I had it. I knew I had it deep in the heart of me.
Yeah, I need to buy it because you got
No,
destroyed.
you already did. That's the timestamp right here.
Okay, we're gonna need to see some more spreadsheets.
just-
This is
I already posted it. This is just like work. It's like I've said this before. Read my email from this point. I'm looking at it
So,
right
continuing with the game,
Yeah.
everyone is happy. They've all got their spacesuits if they need them, and if they don't have their spacesuits if they don't need them. You are getting some repairs done on. Well, actually, I guess the question is, do you want to do the repairs on the fruit bat yourself, or do you want to hire somebody at the station to help you or do it for you?
Could we
now.
have sent a message with the people who booked passage to go back?
I
Can we
upped
get
my
them
repair skill to
to send-
C8 myself.
Could we
so I
get
could
those
do
who
that.
left to go back and talk to Tucker and then see if Tucker could either call us on like subspace or maybe come himself here to help us A, fix the ship, and B, go rescue that one floating in the nebula?
I actually think we should use Tucker to get us a cloaking device while we attempt to repair the ship ourselves.
Yeah, but that works too.
Yeah, the length of time that it would take for these 6 people to go back to Knotwood and then deliver the message, and then for Tucker to find himself a ship to then fly back out just to help you all fix your ship.
Yeah, be like,
Uh,
quick, this urgent message. You need to pass this to Tucker as fast as humanly possible, and then cut to the space bus.
So, also
that's
we
all I
need to
got.
figure out a way that we can scrub and pick up the mango. Because we left it there. That was the one. Like we left. That's the ship that we left.
Yeah,
There,
the,
so we
the
could pick
fighter
it up
floating
later.
in the nebula.
Because I just have a feeling Snake Eyes is gonna be back.
Why?
So
We
again,
left
the question is, do you want
dangerous
to
NPC alive.
pay somebody to help you fix, or do you want to fix it yourself, or do you want to wait for Tucker to make his way out here?
I
I
say
feel
let's
like
fix
we-
it ourselves.
we-
What could
we-
possibly go wrong?
Well,
Give me some repair rolls.
well, first of all, before we do that, we've got our right. We are alone. Do we still have the crew from the Solus, or they dropped off? Like, in whom? Like, I
They're
believe
gone.
one of them had repair. They're gone. Okay.
Yeah, they speed is of the essence when you were trying to book passage somewhere. They found a ship that was willing to take people to Knotwood, and they popped in.
Now we still have
Okay,
the
well.
Emperor with us, though, right?
No, he went with
I
them.
rolled a 7 on repair. Newly upgraded skills, y'all. Last first roll. Probably
All right.
like 2 or 3 next time. But
Anybody else?
I will also roll some repairs. I don't remember what was broken, but I'm just going to survey. You know what? Can I use sensors on our own ship to like see what's busted?
Well, there's nothing that is busted per se, but
Yeah, you are going to need to get some spare parts. You're going to need at least, I'm going to say, 150 worth of credits to buy replacement pieces for like things that you can't just fix.
All right.
okay.
Well, then let's
So-
shop around.
I
a little,
rolled a
get those
4
bits.
for my repair roll.
Very nice. That's a 4 and a 7.
And I'm going to roll Guile as a bartering to get us those at a decent price so we don't get ripped off.
Sure.
I rolled a 7 plus 2, so that's a 9.
Ooh.
Okay. So you head out to talk to the guy who's in charge of the repair bay. He is a chrysalid. He's got like a cybernetic like face plate and then 2 bionic mandibles, and he's wearing this like dirty smock that's just full of pockets, and like each pocket is just overstuffed with like paper receipts and like candy wrappers and like
Oh
beef
my
jerky.
God. Is that a Snickers bar? I would literally fucking kill somebody for a Snickers. You have excellent taste.
It's like, are you my friend? Enjoy the Snickers.
I will overpay
That's
for
a
the
guy rolled
Snickers.
a 9. Very nice. So you need to buy some spare parts for that ship over there?
Not that one. That's the taxi we came in on. Our ship is docked on the other. Oh no, we are allowed to dock here, like in the open, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, that one.
Yeah.
I thought maybe we parked it and walked in. Yeah, we could use that. I mean, it's a beater of an old thing, but she looks good. But keeping the old birds flying.
So he picks up one of his pincers, and one of his left arms is a bionic claw. He gestures toward the ship and just kind of makes like a pinch move, and then takes it back and then throws the pincher toward datapad, and all of your transponder info just immediately shows up on the datapad. All right, so fruit bat, yep. He's scrolling through. Yeah, I got parts for this, and then you see a little bleep, bleep, little warning pop up, and when he sees the warning, he picks up the datapad and moves it closer to his chest.
And I will.
What data warning?
Yeah. Can we see what it said?
MacPack rolls mainframe.
Ooh, nice. Don't even need to see what it is when he gets hacked. I'll just keep
4.
him talking.
Okay, so you click into that mainframe. You see all of your transponder info. And then you also see a message, which is a politely worded request for information on the whereabouts of that ship.
You just muted out there at the end. I couldn't hear what you just said at the
Sorry,
end.
it is a politely worded message for request for information about the fruit bat.
Okay, so MacPack does the whole red eye thing again and extends the mandibles a bit at the pad, and but halts and stares at them a little bit and says, and just looks at them and hopes that, and just shows it to Tom.
I see this and I'm like, sorry, my ex-wife. she's been trying to subpoena me for like a long time. For like, and anyway, you don't need to know the whole thing. It's just not worth your trouble. You know, just forget you saw it, and I'll offer him a little bit of extra money. And Guile,
How much extra?
6. How much can we spare, guys?
Okay.
I don't know. How much is a box of Snickers worth to you?
And he looks at you and is like, I could probably get a box of Snickers for 25.
Al, you know what? Make it 50, my friend, but I want one.
You got it. And then he takes the little warning thing and just twists it and like pushes it down to the bottom of the screen. Like, that should probably save you a couple of days.
Appreciate that.
Hey,
You
can
just,
I talk
just
mechanics
there's more
for a
Snickers
sec?
in it
This is
for
a
you. If
hypothetical.
anybody's asking though about us, just because my wife's attorney, he's a real piece of.
Can I talk mechanics for a sec? Just as a hypothetical. If in the future, because I feel like MacPack doesn't really have charisma, but could potentially use guile as instead as intimidation.
Yeah.
Instead, because I doubt I could be
Yeah,
charming.
you're a big square, mean-looking, weird thing. You could definitely scare people into stuff.
Okay.
So
if
the
I develop that skill, that'll work. Anyway.
What, the Deathbot
cool.
2000? Yeah.
All right, Frozen
so
Human, 1980.
So the mechanic gets you
Party in the back.
like a whole.
Oh yeah, it's
gets
canon
you
now.
all
Tom has a
your-
bad mullet, like real bad.
like
Sorry,
an
GM.
80s sci-fi mullet.
Oh, and just a mustache and mullet. No,
Mullet.
maybe a little scruff.
Welcome to 80 HD Adventures.
Yeah, it's
Hey
like
yo!
party in the
All
front,
right,
business
all
at
right.
the top, second party in the back. So he gets he has like a couple of droids that are like almost in completely like non-AI'd. Like they're literally like they're like a Roomba on wheels kind of thing. Loads up some spare parts to get them delivered to your ship. And like, yeah, you guys need anything else? You just let me know, and your old buddy here will figure it out for you. And he's scrolling. He's got his data pad and he's scrolling through, and it's like, oh, interesting. There's yeah.
What are you
Sorry,
looking
just
at?
this was as fast as I could find it.
Who wants a mustache ride?
Want fun? I want fun.
I do.
Okay, there we go. Just had to do that.
So what is he finding interesting?
Yeah. I was just doing a little search for other news entries of the day, you know, as one does when one has a curious mind. And, yeah, not a lot going on. And, I see that there was some trouble on a little moon, but
but it's a little moon. Who gives a shit?
exactly, and also nothing came of it. So I guess the guys must have gotten caught, must have gotten away scot-free.
Pfeh.
Oh wait, no,
Sheesh.
must have gotten caught. Must be like already rotting away in jail.
Hey, or dangling from the tether of an airlock. As a warning to others.
Let's hope it's not all.
I mean, you know, people causing trouble.
So
We got enough trouble out here in what system are we in again?
So
what
So while
can
you three are
doing, I wanted to ask, because he said like if anybody else can do anything, what can you do about a cloaking device?
and he looks at you and he's like, for that ship?
There was a cloak
not
ship
legal.
around here. I don't know where it came from or what the source was of it, but if there was a source that sold it there, I would certainly very much like to know.
I mean,
Well,
if
where
trouble
the
comes,
options
we'd just
are.
rather avoid it.
that's like he's like he casually points to like a rack of cameras behind him. And he's like, well, you gotta know that cloaking devices for non-alliance ships are
Oh yes,
super illegal.
absolutely.
Oh, that's
my
right.
apologies.
Yeah.
Sorry for
I'm
asking.
sorry.
I forgot the territory.
Yeah.
Please excuse
yeah.
me.
We
If you
spent
ever
a lot of
want to
time
meet
in the
for a
deep.
drink
Couldn't
out
do
back
anything illegal.
sometime,
No, of course. No, it's okay.
And,
we'll just
and
grab
while
the
you're
parts, though.
okay, as you are grabbing the parts, there's like 3 or 4 other crews who are also like coming in and grabbing parts off. Like this seems like it'd be a pretty popular like way station. Like there's at least
Oh.
5 other ships that are all docking while you're trying to do your repairs, which is great because that gave the opportunity for the Emperor, etc., to get away. You head back to the fruit bat and you start doing the repairs. You get everything done. Phil?
I said I was running. I rolled another 6 for the repairs while they were talking.
Nice. Nice. So yeah, can I get another round of repair rolls?
oh, yeah. 4.
Can I roll guile against my shipmates to avoid doing work? But like get
Yes, you
away
can.
with it.
Yeah.
That might be
Oh
better
guys,
than trying
I
to
gotta
do
go
a
fix the
repair roll.
replicator. I got 7.
Yeah, I feel like they
Peeps is
think
stuck in the
that you're doing
replicator
work.
again.
MacPack just
Yeah.
looks at Tom based on the guile. Like, look, I gotta okay, go stare at Peeps.
Oh, apparently
Cycling
that's
through the
thing.
replicator.
It's like part hunger, part hunger. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
I mean, I was in stasis a
So
long
yeah.
time.
After 2 days of pretty consistent work, plus the nanites in the hull doing their thing, you get the fruit back to pretty good condition. Like you no longer, you still look like you were in a firefight recently, because that never really goes away. But all the holes are filled, all of the parts are back where they're supposed to go, and the ship is ship shape.
So are we at hull 5 again?
Yep. Do you want to buy anything extra? Like
We
extra
have-
spare parts?
Yeah, that would
Yes,
be good.
absolutely.
I'll
Can we
I'll
keep
bribe
track?
another
Yeah,
box of Snickers.
so the mechanic here will give you a good deal. You can get another 3 sets of spare parts for another 150.
Done.
That's like he's giving you the no markup price.
Spare parts. So, when we do spare parts, it's a 1-for-1 HP, right?
Pretty much.
Okay, so, can we get more than 3 spare parts?
Or he can give you
The reason I say
another
this,
3 for another 150.
well, our current
We
ship
should be able to get
tally,
holes poked in us.
Okay.
and our current ship tally is 3,100 credits. So that means our remaining after expenditures so far, minus the 150 that we just spent, is 2733 in the general pot. So ship
I mean, we
expenses
need
come out of the
6
general
grand.
pot,
Yeah, 6 grand more to
but we also need
cloaker. So
to get a
we got a
cloak.
lot to.
Unless we
let's-
can get something discounted or find the Emperor to find sway
While
to get
these
us one.
guys are busy fixing the ship, and I'm just doing a little bit, but mostly just dicking the dog, as it were. I'm gonna be just kind of spending some time hanging out, watching what ships comes through. I'm just gonna scope to see if there's any juicy targets. I'm not above turning to piracy to accomplish our goals. Maybe if the crew is in agreement.
If we have the Emperor on, if this is
He's not on board.
No,
Oh, they left.
yeah, but
He took the bus.
come on, guys.
Hey, what the Emperor?
If we're gonna do piracy, just
Hey, if it's under the flag of the Emperor, it's not piracy. It's privateering.
It's reappropriation.
Well, it depends. I would much prefer to have a cloaked ship that could go up against the GA than pirate civilians. We're not going to target civilians, are we?
Look,
are
we're
we?
not going to target
Are we?
civilians. We might go after the rich mega corporations that are benefiting from the negative. Like we're applying pressure thoughtfully. I'm not talking about robbing a mom and pop. Like mom and pop are our people. I'm talking about
Roll
like
guile.
the fat cats who are. Oh, that's only a 2, so 4 total. I'm talking about the fat cats here, not like Joe and Jane Chrysalid.
Yeah, maybe we'll discuss this later after you can stop stabbing yourself with a plasma sword.
Hey,
I've
I
seen
am down
you
to once a
spill
day.
espresso, and
And they
it's
self-cauterize.
Nice. You are very talkative. I appreciate it, but at the same time, I've seen it before. You're gonna have to up your game before you convince me.
All right,
The
so it takes
piracy is the
about
way.
2 days to fix the ship up. Tom spends a lot of time working on the outside of the ship, which is it's great for MacPack and Philip, because Tom tends to get into the way. So you trust him to go out and do stuff on the outside. You hear like a little tap of a hammer every once in a while. So he must be doing something out there. Meanwhile, Tom has got like a little bag of rocks, and every once in a while he'll chuck one at the ship to make a tank sound so that people think that he's hammering on it, but really he's like more or less sitting in a lawn chair, drinking lemonade.
I'm practicing
watching
my
other
laser
ship
sword
captains come.
a little bit. I'm trying to get better at it.
Trying to play swing bat with the rocks.
Oh yeah,
Every now and then he
I'm
hits it with
trying
the
to learn
laser
how to
sword.
deflect. And so I'll just throw the stone up in the air and then try to bat it away as it comes at me. That's a 3. Son of a bit.
This is more of a like a truck stop kind of place
Just shoot
than
your eye out.
than a like a city. So like everyone that's coming here is more like they're like someone with an independent contract who is bringing goods from place A to place B, or a ship of people who are leaving Moon A to live on Planet B. There's not really any like big money pieces unless you want to rob one of the transport like cargo ships, but you would be like attacking like some blue collar guy to steal a truckload of megacorp
Diapers.
stuff.
Yeah.
So it all depends on if the trucker fights back, you'd be murdering the blue collar worker, and if they're like, okay, yeah, you can take it, then
Would we be murdering a
Yeah,
blue
we're not
collar
gonna do
worker,
that.
or would we be disassembling a cog in the corporate machine that supports the man, the wrong man, not our man? I could justify a lot.
Yeah,
It's true.
We're not gonna do that.
I'm just gonna quietly inquire about droid reprogramming. I'm just kidding.
All right, so the fruit bat is all repaired. What are you gonna do?
Okay. So
Oh.
we've got a few goals on we've got some ultimate things, and we've got some minor things. We've got picking up the mango, scrubbing it. We've got contacting alien allies. We've got finding proof of the night terrors, and GM was talking so fast that I couldn't take down the middle point, and I don't know the other objective. Sorry. It's not you were talking too fast.
Starting a
I
coup.
could not type that fast.
Oh yeah, taking over Knotwood.
We were starting small, like restoring Knotwood and using that as a base camp, right?
Oh,
Yeah, and you could also go off and pirate some ships to make some quick cash.
You know what?
just,
If we're going to be
do the
starting a
piracy
rebellion,
thing,
we can pirate
Philip?
GA.
just a quick question. If we wanted to take some proof of the Night Terror and go there, we would need to somewhat record that there's nothing there. Do we have any tools for that?
Yeah, like you could
Rig up a
the problem
droid to
with the
jangle
Great-
outside the ship.
The main problem with the Great Barrier is that no sensor can get through it, and no ship has yet been able to get through the barrier either. So the main thing you're going to need to do is figure out how to get from one side of the barrier to the other side, and then once you're on the other side, figuring out a way to check out what's in there. A ship, any sort of recording device like your tricorder, your datapad, the ship sensors could all do something there.
Okay.
It just depends on what
I've got
you want.
an idea.
Or you could put everything through and take recordings with everything.
I could use my probe.
That's what she said.
I can.
Sorry. Sorry, I had to. I'm sorry. Go on with this serious
Your punishment
roleplay.
will follow later.
I agree, though. Like, that does sound like a good idea.
Because
No, it impacted on the surface.
No, well, I'm not gonna let Tom handle it. Pack would never do that.
Yeah, you shouldn't let Tom handle your probe.
Constantly surprised why Philip just always looks at Philip like, why do you let him hold to that?
I don't know.
At least he hasn't spilled that.
I mean, I won't try to assimilate it into being part of me.
That's not how it works. I can bring it back to you. Give me your teacup. I'll give it back to you in 2 weeks.
But I'm using my
It'll be real clean.
coffee bulb.
Yeah.
You know what? I accept your challenge, and I believe you are an honorable droid. I pass you my coffee bulb, my favorite coffee bulb.
MacPack takes it,
Galaxy Bucks.
puts it into
on the
one of the
side.
linking chains, and it just disappears. 2 weeks.
So, the most pressing thing at the moment would be going to the Great Barrier to figure out a way to get through that. Anything else is...
Should we bring the one person who's been there? Rico?
No,
Or is he
I
busy
think
fomenting?
he's busy.
He's fomenting revolution.
And also, I feel like it's better to... Like, the less time on Nutwood of the ship is the better. So if we go pick up Riku just to come back and then do stuff, it's just gonna expose us to risk.
Yeah, you're right. MacPack, you're pretty good with the ship and devices and stuff. There's like a filter built into this comm unit that allows us to see the unfiltered propaganda feeds, yeah? Is there anything we could do with that filter to, like, I don't know, like, take the algorithm, clean up the signal of the incoming sensors when we encounter this void? Maybe we'll be able to, like, filter out what's in the way and get something. Like, it's gotta be high-level tech in order to be able to do this.
I believe so, but I think I will need your help. If I access this port but I'll need you
I don't
to
wanna
examine
mess
the
it
data
up.
with your sensor skill. So, in other words, if this works, it feels balanced that if I roll devices and Tom rolls sensors to detect this and hack. I don't know if GM would let me roll devices alone, then fine. But it just seems fitting that the two would have to be true.
Well, I don't want to
That
risk
seems fair to me.
our filter,
Okay.
though. So we don't want to do anything we can't put back. Maybe it's technology we can
So
emulate.
I'll use my devices for the filter aspect, and you can use your sensors rolls
Sure.
to see what you can discover while I do it.
Yeah,
Does
that
that
sounds
sound
fair.
balanced? Okay.
All right, so
Devices.
you
And Hopper,
this is
can you jump on this too?
You are nowhere near the barrier.
No, but we
Okay.
could replicate
You
the
can roll
tech
now
and
if you
try it.
want, but I'm gonna.
Oh, right. We're
Okay.
getting lost on a hypothetical right
Yeah.
now. My bad.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. We should save this
You're
for
like
later.
a,
in other
okay.
words.
Yeah, you're like a week-long journey away from the barrier.
Sorry.
plenty of time.
Oh my god. We got ahead of ourselves. Okay. So that is
But the
one of
assumption
aspects
is you're
we're
going to head to the
supposed do.
barrier, which is great. You
First things
pile
first,
into
though.
the ship.
Not wood. Base camp.
Oh, are we doing that first?
That was
But
the
you're
thing that
heading-
the Emperor said we're supposed to do, right?
I think the
it
Emperor
was
said you should go
to the barrier.
the other way to the barrier.
To the barrier first? Okay.
Yeah.
I got derailed. I'm so off record, obviously ADHD, and I got lost in a bunch of
It's
novelty,
all
and
good.
I don't want to derail the GM's plan.
All right. So
So
let's
But,
go to the
uh,
barrier.
a little bit of
But-
like off the record. Can you get us back on track and remind us like which one would
Yes,
be the
I
optimal
can.
objective here?
I am trying to rail everyone, and I'm enjoying all the RP, but it's 11 o'clock, and I want to get
Yeah,
some
exactly.
some.
Oh, I could go in circles.
You want to have
all
an
damn
all
day
talking
long.
game. All right, so you.
I'm gonna go buy
Yeah.
more
Okay, so-
Snickers bars. No, I'm just kidding.
We're thinking that one of the things you can do quickly is try to go recuperate the mango, because it's probably
You know what?
not
That's
that.
let's bring it
here.
along,
We
right?
we don't know if we can scrub it.
No, but do we need to
You
scrub
almost
it
sort
But
of
on
if
the
we're going
edge
to
of
the
the
barrier,
galaxy?
I guess who the fuck cares? Okay.
I'm gonna say while you guys are talking,
Maybe-
the repair guy comes over. And he's like, usually I see a report of GA ships that are in the area, and whatever happens to them. And interestingly, I got a fighter that just kind of vanished from the register. You guys wouldn't, you wouldn't know anything about that. And
I'm
it's
gonna
just odd that a fighter
I'm
would
gonna
vanish
offer him
from
a Snickers
registry.
bar, take him away from the cameras, and bribe his ass with a bunch of whiskey from our ship.
That is a good plan.
I'll roll guile.
So he says, yeah, it looks like,
If one hypothetically needed to hypothetically scrub a
I
box.
think he already sold us to us, and it's okay.
Okay, 8 on guile.
yeah,
Plus whiskey.
he says, it looks like this fighter has already been scrubbed from the other side.
Oh, it's been lost.
It's been vanished. So I don't know what you guys are up to. I don't want to know. Don't tell me. Don't give me any more information. You've got a ship has a polite request to look for, and you are somehow connected to a high-end Galactic Alliance fighter that has been scrubbed from the Alliance side. So, and he
Let's
slides
all
the Snickers
hypothetical,
back
friends.
across the table to you, and he's like, we're good. We're good. This is getting a bit
No worries.
Yeah, we understand. We go.
We're gonna head on out. You have a good one.
yeah.
You haven't seen anything.
None of you have a history in being fugitives. But normally you don't expect the law to make it easier for you to get away with stuff. And that is what it currently appears to be doing.
Works for
Man,
us.
I wish we had a comm line back to Rico.
Don't think we need one right now. That works.
All right, let's go get this
I-
ship. You can't. Maybe
All right.
maybe we're just that lucky. We're not just
Let's
that
go
lucky
pick up-
All right.
officially.
Let's go pick up
So-
the mango.
Who wants to do the warp roll?
That would be. I
Autopilot.
guess that would be me. Autopilot might be better because they have D8. I have a D6.
At least you
but
got a D6 now. That's good.
But
Oh yeah, I
technically
always
you
had a
still have-
D6.
But you have less chance of failing than the autopilot.
You know what? So yeah.
Yeah,
let's do
you've
this,
got a
'cause we're
1
not
in
in
6
combat.
chance of failing, and the autopilot has a 2 and 4 for failing.
So
Or a 1 and 4.
I'm gonna do that because we're not in combat, so it is
Yeah.
just warp.
Yep.
That's a 3.
Okay. You leave the Blue Tongue Skink and you blast off toward the Mango. It's like a 6-hour flight, so like not super long. But you are also like, if you were trying to conserve your quasar, it would be a much longer trip. It would be like a 3-day trip, but you're kind of just cruising along on
Speaking
your
of which,
nearly full tank.
do we have enough fuel to get all the way out to the edge of the wherever it is we're going?
Easily.
Okay, and then back.
Oh,
okay,
and-
cool. At full speed?
Did we top up before we left, or we were still at base?
Nope.
Ow.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, there's
so
no
we're
way
still
for
at
you
base.
to.
It's
That's fine.
Rations.
We were at 72 before we blasted off.
Mm.
So what?
So
What does this one
about
cost us?
halfway through the journey, your warp just cuts out, and you just slow from warp to impulse, and then slow from impulse to a drift.
What's happening?
Someone
Roll.
Do some rolls.
Let's see what.
I'm gonna
can we
jump
roll
on
for
the
ship
laser
and what can we roll
cannon
for internal.
and start
If
powering it
someone
up.
had sensor.
What was that, Philip?
I said, if only someone had sensor and roll sensor all the time, we wouldn't know
Tom
what was
has
happening.
I have sensors.
Yeah.
I'll roll sensors.
Yeah,
It's okay.
do that.
I just assumed one of you is gonna do it.
You have the
Uh,
highest sensor roll.
I do, but you know,
D8.
I'm also the laser guy. All right, I'll roll sensors.
Yeah, I
got a
appreciate the
7.
enthusiasm with the laser, but not yet.
7.
All right.
Ask
So
questions first.
you. What was your question?
Oh wait, no, I said ask questions first, shoot later.
Tom is in the laser
I'll
bubble,
do sensors.
and then
But yeah.
yeah, you can do both. You can do sensors from
Oh,
the
okay.
laser
Like
port.
pull it up on the other screen.
It's
there.
like when you have
Dual monitor.
binoculars and you're looking at somebody with like your handgun. It's like, I see you.
Yeah, exactly.
So you are in kind of a nowhere spot. There's nothing really around. It is a nice, quiet space. You are
I
safe.
don't like it.
You're not really
It's too
registering
quiet.
any anomalies that would cause you to drop out of warp. There is a comet about 1,000 kilometers from you that the sensor picks up as having a high concentration of water, silicone, iron, nickel, and other precious metals. And that is good information if you had a mining ship.
Okay.
This
But
comet
we
is
don't.
made out of a whole bunch of things that ships are made out of. So you could take the coordinates, you could
It would
sell the
also
coordinates to somebody.
it would also hide a ship because it would just show up as a comet.
Well, first of all, we're totally going to take the coordinates. So this is a.
Well, that's it, folks. We're no longer revolutionaries. We're miners.
Two things
But I
can
got
be true.
older.
We need both.
So yeah, so your Spencer sweep shows there's no.
What are the coordinates?
Here they are. There are no. I'm not going to give you space coordinates.
Well, I need a
17.
reference point to say,
Dot
like, okay, we're going to go back to
82.
this. So
Yeah.
if
Dot
I've
out.
written
Space
it down,
coordinates.
It's latitude 29, longitude.
what I mean to say is,
46.5.
Perfect.
if I write down a marker to say, just okay, mineral asteroid.
Perfect.
Does that work?
That's the
Okay.
coordinates.
Can we?
It happens
We're
to
gonna
be a
nickname
mineral
this
asteroid
the
coordinates.
pit.
Yeah, and resources for making star.
So you did the sensor sweep, and there's nothing externally that would cause your ship to be pulled out of warp.
That's weird. All right.
Let's go see the warp. Well, is like MacPack still at the warp?
I feel like
I-
Backpack was probably piloting.
No, I did the warp roll, but and then
That
I
was
hadn't
3
rolled
hours ago.
anything.
All
Yeah,
right.
and I haven't
Let's
rolled anything
get
since.
back and
So
Okay,
you know what?
we got
I will go
sensor, and I was
see.
just piloting.
I will go
Okay,
check.
so-
it
Yeah, I didn't blow
um,
up the ship.
So Philip is heading back to the engine room. So Philip gets back to the engine room. The warp drive is humming quietly. It has maybe every 15-20 seconds it has a little hiccup, where it's which
Interesting.
is not normal, but I guess you could roll sensors. You could roll repair to see if you can fix what's going on,
Can
or
I
you can just check out further.
I'm going to use internal sensors, like do a sweep of our ship to make sure everything's okay, and to assist any repairs these guys are doing.
I think I'm gonna go into combat mode.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start doing so.
That's cool.
Perfect. So for my order is MacPack, Tom, Philip. So MacPack, what do you want to do? Oh, first up, where are you?
MacPack, the last thing I was doing was, I guess, warp, so that would make that I was piloting throughout this, but hearing the hum, recognizing the... What does devices allow me to do anything here?
You can use any devices. You can use your tricorder. You could use your data pack.
Okay. Let me see what I have here. I don't need to hack these systems because they're already ours.
Mhm.
So I don't know how using data deck would... Is that even functional in an environment where all devices are friendly?
Yeah, they're all yours.
So
Unless
so
somebody
I
puts
still
something
can roll
in there.
devices to do that, or
Yeah, you can. Well, because the data pack would give you information. The tricorder would probably make a little more sense.
yeah, the tricorder says gain information about nearby. Well, tricorder says roll devices to gain information about nearby resources or hazards, and data deck is roll devices to hack a non-sentient computer system. So both of them don't really seem to fit, because I guess hazards vaguely fits the.
What if
the
there's
dynamic.
malicious code?
Yeah,
maybe-
First up,
let's
first
go with
question.
that. Fine.
So where is MacPack?
MacPack is, well, if its devices has access to a computer terminal and therefore can do that. So, but hearing the hum and feeling the weird almost like an air conditioner going off. Gee, I wonder why I'm inspired by that right now. Starts to head down to the source of where the hum is. Just feels compelled in something and uses devices there.
Okay. Give me your device roll.
Oh, it's the wrong dice. That is a 3. A +1, so 4 on a D10. Yay, first
yeah,
try!
so the tricorder pings the massive energy source ahead of you. It registers a number of organic life forms. It registers Philip Hopper. It registers the comet as like a distant bleep. All right, Tom, where are you?
Nothing. Okay.
I'm on, still in the laser area, but like with screen monitors in front of me, and I've tabbed over to the sensors one, so I'm kind of in the sensors, but in the station where I'm often sitting in the laser cannon station. So I'm going to be running sensors so that I don't see anything outside. So instead, I'm going to focus the sensor sweep to the inside of the ship just to see if I can pick up anything that doesn't seem kind of, anything out of the ordinary. Let's see what I do. That is a crit fail.
Oh.
So you get the sensors all ready to do the scan inwards. You have your thumb just ready to hit on the go button, and then your screen just blacks out. Just God, you haven't even had a chance to touch the screen yet.
I'm just
And
gonna jump on my comms to
sensors
the
is
other guy.
down.
I feel
guys?
like you should have some like screensaver to start that Philip, Nate, Philip, Snake.
Guys, can you guys hear me okay on comms?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are comms working?
They just said
comms
yes.
Okay, didn't hear that, sorry. Yeah, sensors just went dead. Something weird is going on.
Did you press
Alright,
the power
Philip, what are you
button
gonna
by
do?
accident?
Is it plugged in? Is it turned on? It was. I know you're never gonna believe me, but yeah, it wasn't me. I didn't actually get a chance to push any buttons or spill anything yet.
Okay, well, that's never happened before.
All right, Philip, what are you gonna
We
do?
might be in for some shit.
Like the machine itself seems okay, so I'm gonna look around, like in the maybe the fuel center, like around in the room, if there's someone hidden or something trying to sabotage.
You move yourself back to the quasar junction, and you see a panel that's just slightly off its bolting, and you just kind of like stick a fingernail in it and pull it back, and you see just like a fistful of wires had been like pulled out.
Oh.
Like it's recently. So I get the graviton hammer
Okay.
and I'm like heading that direction.
Sabotage. Dun, 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 dun.
Are you guys on comms about this, or just kind of investigating?
We're investigating, and MacPack just, I guess, well, Philip, I guess.
I
is
think
the
you're
one
both
that
in the same room,
notices.
aren't you?
Yeah, Philip and MacPack are both in engineering, and Tom is in the starboard side laser turret.
Okay. So, where are the other, from my prior devices role, where are the other people that are on board the ship right now?
Unfortunately, your sensor roll was not good enough to determine where they were. You just know that there is more organic material than Tom.
Okay. So I guess we can speak locally, Philip and I. So MacPack and Philip, I guess, know the same information. So what we know that there's something that is capable, that is on board, that is capable and intelligent enough to disrupt our systems. We still have communications right now, but it might very well be aware of what we're doing. What are your thoughts?
We know there's an intruder in here. We know that there's someone here. Now we have to check the exit, making sure that the exits are sealed so he doesn't flee without any kind of repercussion. And two, we have to make sure to neutralize it the most quickly as possible. Make sure that it's control.
So we've got, this is recognized an attack round, so I guess the first thing I would say is MacPack will send a message to Tom's. Tom, do you copy?
Yeah, I got you. What's up?
Grab a weapon.
Son of
All right, MacPack, what are you gonna do?
MacPack is going to try to roll devices again to connect to, like, in just jacks in to an open port because fitting the character description and uses it to, like, find any parallel port and crits 11 on devices and just connects to every single aspect and can see sensors, oxygen consumption, exterior, and looks for these things. Not necessarily can see, that's up to GM, but looks for all aspects of micro changes in air density.
Doors open.
You plug in, and you knowing a little more that you're looking for something, every single switch that can be flipped on the ship is flipped, and you have your eyes everywhere, and you know immediately. You have never personally encountered them, and none of you have personally encountered them, but you've heard stories of them. Grimillions, or gremlins.
Night terrors.
Not night terrors.
Oh.
Gremlins. You probably picked up some while you were picked up some while you were docked, and they got on the ship, and their goal is to just run around, fuck shit up. There are two that are in the ship. One is in the engineering, one is closer to piloting, and one is out on the ship's hull. What do you want to do?
Okay.
Well, I was told to grab a weapon, so I grabbed my trusty lightsaber, sorry, for copyright purposes, laser sword, and I will make sure it's plasma sword. Make sure that's charged up, but not on yet. And I'm gonna just, the sensors are offline, and I got a bad feeling about this. So I am going to listen. The ship Come on, talk to me, baby. Talk to me. What's wrong? And I'm just going to see if I can hear anything in my vicinity that seems to be off. I mean, we spend so long on this bloody ship.
Wait,
that
can I tell
I'm trying to
with
make
my
little
roll-
sound effects here. I don't know if you can hear that. Yeah.
Can
You
I
hear
tell with my
you hear some
roll,
like scurrying.
Sorry,
ahead.
getting back to the description, just because of the device's role, it expands from that, and I apologize for the interruption. Can I tell whether we've got one you said on the outside, yeah? But can I tell whether they're consuming oxygen, absorbing heat, generating anything?
Gremlins they're a weird space phenomenon that should not exist but does. Most of the time it's like you hear old like spaceport people complaining about gremlins. When they breathe air, they breathe air. When they are in space, they're not breathing air. They give off heat when they give off heat. They're kind of like Hopper in that they're not quite from this dimension and don't necessarily follow any particular rules. You know they exist, and that is kind of about it. You've detected that they're organic and they're on the ship, but whether you're like one of them is breathing air and giving off heat, and one of them isn't, and one of them is like right next, like is like in amongst the quasar fuel, which should be killing it, but it's fine.
And
How?
so MacPack
know
relays
what it
this all to Philip, whom is in the same room, and just like, well, if you have any insights on how to kill these things, whatever, just let's make them go
back
away.
to Tom, you do hear some like skittering, like long toenails on a metal floor.
Samantha?
Trippity toward the
I'm gonna be careful it doesn't hit me or the ceiling or like punch a hole in the ship, but for the sake of light and also to hopefully scare one of these little bastards, I'm gonna grab my plasma sword and ignite it and use it like a danger glow stick. And I'm gonna head towards the scurrying sound.
Okay, you are going toward the bridge. All right, Philip, what are you gonna do?
And before I'm done, I'm gonna tell them on comms what I'm doing.
Guys, are any of you on the bridge?
Nope.
Okay, something is. I don't know.
You have gremlins. It's just that those fuckers are everywhere.
I'm sorry. Space gremlins? Those are...
Yes. Don't feed them after midnight, I know.
Okay, those are real. Good to know. Okay. I'm gonna go check this out.
Start going towards
All right, so Philip, because of MacPack's devices, you know that one of the gremlins is like in amongst the quasar fuel port engine.
He's inside the machine?
Yep. You could grab it and yank it out. You could whack on the walls. You could turn the warp drive on full and hope it gets ground up.
Okay. I'm not sure that if I'm just gonna squish it with the gravity hammer where it is.
Don't hit the fuel.
Literal Deus Ex Machina.
Kaboom.
All right, so you go over to the panel where MacPack points out, and you pull it open, and inside the area, you see like a twisted reptilian creature that has like puffs of hair coming out of its back and armpits. It's got like a weird like
It's Red Bill.
mohawky. No,
Sorry.
Red Bill is very planty. These things are like lizard. They're like if you had a mangy weasel with long claws and then like a beak instead of a weasel face. They're pretty ugly.
I rolled just
and
a 2.
yeah, as you pull open the thing, it's got like just like it's like both of its 4 clawed hands are like holding just a whole bunch of wires. And you pull open the patch, and it turns and hisses you with like red eyes that sparkle.
Yeah,
Okay,
I've tried.
so not friendly.
Yeah, I tried to smash it, but I rolled a 2, so.
Ooh. Yeah, no. Well, maybe. Let's see. Oh, jeez. I also rolled a 2. I was not
Okay.
expecting that. You want high or low?
I would go low.
Fucking you guys and your goddamn luck. The hammer comes down just right on top of the thing, and there is a blorp sound, and you like the smell of ozone as this thing just disintegrates into a smear of greasy, drippy, electrical smelling stuff.
Can I try
Good
for the
job.
sound effect for the growl and the smash?
Yes. All right. Ooh. Yeah, all the lights go out.
Nope.
Oh, goody. So 1 down. Is there another opposition round, or is it top of the round now?
It's top of the round again, and now you are in the dark. MacPack isn't really affected by that. Tom has his plasma arc sword. Philip Hopper is in the dark unless he has a reason as to why he has light.
No, I don't
MacPack
have
can
any
also
light.
project light from the nature of their body and their face to a certain degree, so
Okay.
people clear to MacPack, like near MacPack, can see local areas, I'd imagine.
Okay.
But where are the other two? So we've got the one in
So
engineering.
one
We've
was
got one on
heading
the
towards the
outside.
bridge. There's one on the outside and one on the bridge.
So I've got to go on the outside. It just seems the most fitting to a certain degree. At the same time, like people that go outside in space, if all the lights are off in the middle of a ship which doesn't have any lights, that's just pitch black. Except I'm not affected by that, and I project light. But people outside could see, because there's literally everything in space.
Space is really big.
I guess I'm in the room with Philip right now. Yes.
Yeah, so you're in engineering.
Okay. So I'm communicating this to Philip and just talking about the can Philip project light by their nature?
No.
Okay. And does Philip need light to see as a face hippo?
I guess, yeah.
Okay. So
You can have a flashlight
communicating
if you
this
want, Philip. I'm not
idea
gonna like.
would
But
be,
that technology's
I-
way beyond us. I mean,
what I mean to say is if Phil, I don't know if Philip has a flashlight, but one of us has to go outside to deal with the gremlin, and I can see inside but I don't know if the others can. So Philip, with that in mind, do you want to be outside or do you want to be inside? Because you do have the EVA suit, but I can just walk out there.
I think you should be better you going outside.
Okay. Well, here's an iPad. Use it to light your way. And I'll go outside.
Well, I can turn on my plasma sword too. Just not gonna be much. It's just gonna be enough for me to navigate, but not to see.
You know, you can interrupt me.
Yeah, you
Alright,
can
Tom,
take
what are you
the.
Alright, I don't know if that's picked up on the mic, but I'm gonna be like, with my sword illuminated, walking towards the bridge, just keep my eye open for whatever the heck a space gremlin looks like. What do I see when I get to the bridge? By the light of the lights are out, of course. Oh, I've got a comm badge, so in theory I should still be able to talk to them.
Yeah. You don't see anything first, because, like, all the lights are out, including, like, the, everything on comm, everything for communication, all of the panels that are normally lit up for the normal, like, piloting and moving around of the ship are also out. And as you are bringing the sword across the cockpit, you just see like a bunch of dangling wires coming out from underneath one of the consoles that you don't recall being full of dangly wires before.
I'm gonna pull the remnants of the Snicker bar out of my pocket, and I'm just gonna get myself ready, and then I'm gonna toss it out there as like bait, like to see if I can draw out whatever pulled out those wires.
Okay, like as soon as that chocolate hits the ground, you hear like a stuffy nosed snorting, like a, and then this like hideous little lizard thing comes out and just like dashes over to the Snickers bar and like picks it up with one clawed hand and then makes a run for the other side.
I'm gonna take a swing at it.
Okay.
I gotta look at my stats again because I think this went up.
It's a D6 unless you went it up.
I did put it up actually because I couldn't get the deflect to D10, so I went D8 for regular laser sword. I might not chop my own leg off. That's a 4. So not wonderful.
You whip the sword through the air, and the thing just like squishes itself to the ground on all fours, and you whip the sword across where its head used to be. It sits up, jams the Snicker bar into its mouth, and makes angry clawing gestures at you. Alright. Philip.
Philip is
in
gonna...
engineering.
I'm gonna... well, where's the light panel situated?
Actually, Philip, I think you should come out with me. The reason I say that is if
split the
if
party.
there is,
yes.
I have a well, we're already split. You're in the cockpit, and what I mean is that I have a disintegration ray, and this thing is on the hull. If I'm going to shoot at this thing, and it's against the hull,
will be fine. I'll be fine.
You see what I mean?
A disintegration ray from a laser gun is not the same as the disintegration ray from a spaceship.
That is true.
I don't think it's gonna make much damage. Do you think me running around the ship with a sword is much more efficient?
The GM has that smile. right now, and I'm just worried.
So, Philip, you were heading toward the light control. Was that correct?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to reactivate. I like on my way to the bridge, but I try to remember where the light panel is.
Sure. Yeah, it's engineering. You can give me a repair roll. Might be able to get the lights back up.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. Which is a D6 in my case. 5.
Hey. All right. So you pull up the panel, and by the light of the sword, you find some wires that have been yanked, and you weld them back together, and you hear a like click 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 click, and then the lights of the ship come back on. The lights of the control panels are still out, but the lights of the ship are back on. All right. So, Tom is being hissed at by a gremlin who just does like a leap at your face. Like a 9-foot leap from where it's standing up to your face. It's got like chocolate smeared all over its creepy little face, and it's just like speeding toward you.
And now I attacked last round. Am I able to deflect or attempt to?
Oh, it's
Yeah,
like having kids at Easter time.
So, in ship combat, you get one action, but in personal combat, you get both the attack and defense.
Okay, cool. So I will
All right.
try to deflect.
Okay, go ahead.
I got a 5.
I got a 7.
Ah,
So
it's
you,
eating me.
You try to bring the sword up, and just this like it's cold, it's smelly, and it's right up on your face, and you realize that its genitals, if it's like an earth creature, its genitals are like bopping against the tip of your nose, and then you feel the claws go into your scalp and just rip down, and that is 2 points of damage.
I need to remember to eat dinner.
I thought
earlier
deflect. What's
on game
what's
nights.
a counter to physical attack? I thought deflect was one of them, or was it dodge?
It's a gremlin.
Okay. How many hits can we take as squishy people? This is the first time.
You have
Usually you
5
have
hit
4.
points.
Okay.
4
HP.
hit point on your first hit.
Oh, it is 4. Yeah, so you can get one more hit.
Oof. And there's nothing, like, not a particular kind that weakens their attack.
Correct.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
Oh,
And
God.
the
Oh,
other
it's
gremlin-
attacking! Its balls are up! Legit!
The other gremlin does something, and you don't know what, because none of your sensors or control panels are currently active. So, good luck with that. Alright, MacPack, you have gone into the airlock and firmly closed it behind you, and you are out onto the hull of the ship. You are like quietly, casually floating for just a moment. And then you turn on the magnet option for your feet
I'm a
type
quadruped.
things.
Yep.
You turn on the quadrupedal. First, like one thing reaches out and sticks to the hull and pulls the other 3 down, and then you begin to walk along the hull. Being in space is very peaceful. You're looking around on the ship. You know that the asteroid is that way, about 1,000 kilometers away. You give a little look. It looks closer than 1,000 kilometers. but what do you know? You haven't got sensors, and what are you gonna do?
I do have sensors. Well, I guess
The
anyway.
ship doesn't have sensors.
You're right. That's true. It's a weird. Okay, so there's a weird disconnect. You know how you associate certain words for certain meanings? So gremlin is the word that for the last couple of years I've used to describe my best friends.
Oh,
So when I'm hearing this,
the ship's full of gremlins! Yay!
it's such a rare time it's used. But I literally sent flowers to someone saying like your fellow gremlins from all. It's just so I am just like out there and I just picture myself with yellow and purple flowers like hello. Okay, so what am I gonna try to do with this weird dichotomy? All right, can I detect where the gremlin is?
How would you do that? You could use your device again.
I was wondering if I could.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about trying to like connect to feel like any exterior impacts on the exterior of the hull, so I can
Sure,
feel
like
kinetic
seismic
disturbances.
activity.
Yeah. 5 + 1.
Okay, yeah, you get the impression that there is a lot of activity coming from the area of the neutrino cannon.
Okay. Interesting. MacPack communicates to. So Tom's in combat right now, right?
Mhm.
Philip is not. MacPack links into Philip and just Philip, are you anywhere near the neutrino cannon?
I'm on my way to the bridge. I'm not there yet.
Get to the neutrino cannon.
Oh, got it. It's all
Alright,
over
just
me.
because if it's getting close, I'm just wondering if we can kind of use it to just like fire the neutrino cannon, and I would imagine a ship weapon would kind of be an insta-kill if
Either that or it'll teleport
if
it
any one of
inside.
us were in front of like this kind of weapon.
It's a good idea,
I'm gonna
Todd.
try to bait it.
All right, Tom.
I'm helping. I mean, I'm gonna be backpedaling, trying to wipe the chocolate and blood out of my
your
eyes, and probably not being quiet, like probably screaming. But my family's trying to sleep, so I'm not gonna scream. But I'll be waving my sword like, get back! And I'm gonna just try to hit it with the light, with the plasma sword, and backpedal out of there towards where I hear.
Okay.
I think I heard backup is coming from. Oh, 3.
Yeah, you're whiffing around. This thing is used to like dodging like angry. It's like trying to hit a whack-a-mole, where it's like what you think it's gonna be, and then it's not, and then it pops up somewhere else, and it's just like, and then it sees another Snickers bars in your pocket, and it's like, oh,
Love it.
a taste for you now. All right, Philip, what are you gonna do?
I'm going to the bridge. Because I think that's where the weapon is gonna be anyway. And when I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna see like the Kremlin in Todd's face. And I'm gonna be, don't move. And then like I like adapt the graviton hammer to make it look like a fly swat, and try to like fly swat in front of his face with the graviton hammer.
and then immediately turn it to the opposite, so it's like super heavy.
Yes.
Rolling one.
Jesus. Oh, that is bad news for me. Come on, do it. Do it. Can I deflect? Can I deflect his grammaton hammer heading at my face?
Yeah. What are you rolling for graviton there, Philip?
It's armor usually.
Oh,
What are
that's
you
true.
What are you rolling? Like a D8?
A D8, yes.
Okay. Tom, would you roll a defense?
Normally I do either dodge or deflect. I have both. I'm gonna go deflect because I have the sword up and I have a slightly better roll. Let's see. That's a 4. I have not rolled above 4 with this.
Or is
lightsaber.
better than when I rolled. You managed to like knock Philip's graviton hammer away from like the killing blow to your face. The gremlin
not me.
looks toward the gremlin looks toward Philip. It's kind of like, "Are you my buddy?" And then
I just didn't
All
expect him
right.
to climb on top of his head.
the gremlin is still hungry for chocolate and Tom face, and springs toward Tom a second time with an 8 to hit.
Oh. I guess I'll try to deflect because that's really the best thing. Unless I can dodge and deflect do the same thing, right?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna deflect. Come on in. That's a 2. That is a 2, and I eat it.
Yeah, Tom gets another claw to the face. It's all chewed up, and it's like running through your clothes looking for more chocolate.
It's eating
it
my
finds
eyeballs.
like an old condom that you were saving for like a special occasion. It starts chewing on it.
That means I'm down,
just
yeah?
ate chocolate sorbet and I'm
Yep.
about to eat gummies, and now I wish for neither.
I'm actually clutching at my face and like the ruin that used to be my face and eyes. And just blood is just pouring out from beneath my kind of clenched fingers as I'm writhing on the ground in pain.
Do we have thermal regeneration in this century for the record? Out of curiosity.
More or less.
Good
So
to
the
know.
other gremlin,
I'm
again,
less attractive
does
now.
something that you don't know about because you have no sensors. Alright, backpack.
Okay. So, where is the outward gremlin right now?
You see it scampering from the ion cannon, and it's heading like around the side of the ship.
Neutrino cannon,
Go.
right?
Nope.
It moved?
Yep.
Poop.
And it's running along the side of the ship toward the side area.
So I'm like, do I want to, like... I can't affect repairs out here, can I? Sensors. Like, I'm chasing after this thing, and it's like, it's either a motion of like, I'll get you, you dirty rat. You'll kill my brother.
I think it's more of a kill the wabbit, kill the wabbit.
Well, it just clawed Tom's eyes out, apparently, according to the description. Oh, not that one.
It's just
but, you know.
cornea.
All right. Well, I guess we're chasing after the dirty rat.
You could take a shot at it with your disintegration ray. You could,
I can actually hit it.
uh,
Fine. Let's see if it works, and let's see if I just. What if I hit the hull? D8. Okay. 7. Okay.
Ooh. You want high or low?
Oh, damn it. Bottom.
Fucking guys, Jesus. You take a quick shot. You see the thing like dipping and dodging, and you fire, and you blow off one of its legs. And it happened to be the one leg that was holding to the hull. So this gremlin just starts to spin and float away into space. And it's like trying to grab the ship, and there's like the blue goo coming out of its leg stump, and it's just spinning off into space, and it's just...
And so while it's doing that, MacPack, not knowing, looking at it, not knowing whether it speaks and not caring, flashes in light Morse code in space. No one can hear your gremlin ass scream.
Alright, Tom is down. So there's a maneuver called Recovery, where a PC can give one of their hit points to another player. And if you happen to have a med pack, you can just give another player a hit point without that sacrifice. But Philip can use this action to bring Tom back to 1 hit point, or can do something totally different.
The thing is that I think technically Todd is the one that has it in my transponder.
Oh yeah, you're gone. I forgot.
Okay, that's the end of that.
I was hoping to be able to do one last thing before the transporter fades out or something.
Okay. I want to hear what you're going to do in the...
This would have worked out really well because I had mentioned this earlier. It's like never show a gun in Act 1.
All right, so
apparently you're gonna blow it up in Act 3.
So Philip can tell that that Todd is about to pass out and can do one thing before he loses phase connection. What are you gonna do, Philip?
I think it's a little bit too, like, of course I would like to save him and use my hit point, but I think it's a little bit too metagamey. I don't know, but like it's like and that. So I think I will use my last effort to try to squish the gremlin, so at least it's out and MacPack can come help.
Nice. All right, give me your roll.
It's just a 4, damn it.
Okay. And I also have a 4. Do you want high or low?
Oh,
That would be high.
Jesus.
Was that high?
So often.
I said high, yes.
Okay. Yeah, so as you are beginning to phase away, you feel your feet start to phase up, and you're swinging the hammer. You feel your torso start to vanish. The hammer's getting closer. You feel your like upper body is gone. And it's just like your hands and the heft of the hammer are still corporeal. And as your eyes are going, you just see the phasing away cap of the hammer smash into the gremlin, and then you phase away. So you like half crush it as you are swinging through, and then you phase away, and you're back home in comfortable phase hippo world. Your other brother's there. He's offering you some linguine. It's nice.
Did you just Marty McFly your way out of here? Marty, we gotta do something about your friends, Marty. He's got a gremlin clawing his eyes out.
You kind of Marty McFly'd his way out of here.
So you have managed to get rid of all of the gremlins, and only one of you is mostly dead, but there's no further threats.
Mostly?
As far as you know. Your whole ship is dead. So we will stop here for the night, because it's midnight.
Yeah.
Yep.
So is life support
It's
back on?
better to leave Tom in suspense.
It was just the lights that were off, but they were put back on.
Okay.
So you have no You have no pilot, you have no sensors, you have no ion cannon, you have no different neutrino.
No neutrino either. All right.
Yeah, this thing.
Oh, and no warp.
Yeah, because it took us out. So we're stranded in the middle of nowhere. With wires. We now have to figure out how to repair all of the systems that were damaged.
It's a good thing we bought
Next
6. Well, somebody brought me spare eyes, right? Like they. All right. I think we're gonna stop it there. All right. Thanks very much for everybody for listening, for playing. That was good fun.
I can give you back your coffee ball.
I'm just blindly saying, well, we'll find out if we survive. I'm just bleeding on the floor. I feel like we just Once Upon a Time in Mexico did. Anybody see that movie? Surprising twist.
Like decades ago.
Maybe.
Yeah. And you know what? Technically, the prediction was right.
You're going to die in there.
Yeah, kind of did. I mean, I'm not dead.
Dead. Just mostly dead.
Just mostly dead. I don't have that quote.
I feel like if this were at the end of a Britcom, it would be like, all right, anyone actually want to revive him?
Oh. All right. Well, that was fun. So thank you very much. We'll call it there, and we'll be back hopefully next week with hey, maybe the triumphant return. A marshmallow being crawls out of an air duct and saves me. That's what I'm going to be trying to. That's what I'm hoping. You blew it! All right. Thanks very much for listening, everybody. My name's Todd. Check out our stuff sometime. If you haven't yet, don't forget to click the like, the subscribe, and all of that. And thank you again, California. You're kicking butt out there. And don't forget to join us live if you get the chance. Otherwise, you can see us after the fact in all the podcast places. And we'll see you next week. Have yourself a great night.
This was a lot of fun. Thanks, y'all.
Good night.
Yay.
Yeah.
Who wants a mustache ride?
Fun. I want one.
I do.
Almost there.